I hope people like the backdrop I have today.
That's different.
Th-
I mean, I like that Mustang for sure.
yeah, this isn't the typical backdrop. I'm not even in the right state. I'm 2 states over today, so
I
that's kind
mean,
of fun.
you're kind of in the right. We're in the same state,
We are in the same state. How far apart? We're probably 200 miles apart, though.
probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm at John Paul Frank's house here in Illinois, getting ready for Heads Up Hustle. As you can see here, he's given me a nice backdrop and has been nice enough to let me use his very spacious garage. Dude, this is a nice place. So I appreciate him for that as we head up to Heads Up Hustle and get this ready. So you ready to start the show?
I am ready.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Welcome to episode 115 of the Drag Drive Repeat Show presented by Summit Racing. Tonight, the circuit check presentation updates. Rocky Mountain Race Week is going back to the mountains. That's right. You heard that. Summer 2026 dates were announced. We're going to go over the streetcar challenge winners. Miles of Mayhem gets rain for 2 days, but is making up for it by having guys put up 2 passes today, and then another track closes its doors, but one stays open. So, Mr. Eric White, will you hit that intro video and let's do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, guys, my name is Mike Narks. I'm the host of the Drag Drive Repeat show, which is happening tonight. And I know we started about an hour later, but it's because, dude, I was driving here. Eric had some stuff. It was like 7 o'clock was going to be too tough for us to make. So, hey, we pushed it back an hour, and we're gonna run through this. It's going to be a fast paced show, and I'm hoping that John Paul can sneak out here maybe in a few minutes. My right hand man, Mr. Eric White, tell him what you got going on, dude.
I am Eric White, co-host of the show and news. Everything drag drive repeat related, artwork, um, photographs, obviously, you name it, keeps me busy here. But I also run 815 LSX swabs, which you can see on the hat, and Motorsports Paparazzi, which we were just talking about before the show. Some cool stats that I had come across just between the two channels, and interesting how they perform totally different. So
Mhm.
definitely kind of cool thing. And I don't know, maybe we'll see something come out soon about that.
Yeah, definitely. I hope so, man. It's kind of cool. The Motorsports Paparazzi, you and I have talked about this a whole bunch, but that channel can do so much. One, because it's really not, there's no niche to that, which is cool. And I think it is going to allow fans of that channel, again, Motorsports Paparazzi, to really have some fun and, be able to see a little bit of everything. But I want to call out a special lady right here, real quick. My mom, Miss Susan Goff Short, right here. Everybody, help me wish her a happy birthday today. It's her birthday, and I feel bad I didn't send her anything in the mail. I'm a horrible son, but I am going to see her next weekend for my grandmother's 98th birthday.
Boy, I tell you what, you better show up with a gift for both of them then.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, guys, here's the deal. We do all of this for our race car friends. You guys are awesome. You keep everything going for us. It's amazing. Um, I was driving today almost 600 miles, and man, I could see U-Haul trailers in the distance and no car in front. And dude, there's nothing cooler than when you're cruising up on a U-Haul trailer and thinking, I'm going to see a race car friend. And then, sadly, I didn't. I did see some cool cars driving the other direction, but nobody was pulling the trailer. So hopefully we'll see some of those tomorrow as we head in towards Heads Up Hustle. But again, thank you for being our race car friends. Hit the share button while we're doing this right here, and then thank you to our sponsors. Without them, we couldn't do this. We couldn't make all these trips possible, make all this stuff go down like this. So thank you so much to Summit Racing, Deech Works, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, who's been in with us for a long time. Luke B, love you, buddy. J-Wire Solutions, who I hope I get to see this weekend. They surprised me last year at Mid-Michigan Motorplex. I hope they come back up and do it again. Performer Built Transmissions. Can't wait to hang out with our boy Ryan when we're on Hot Rod Drag Week there. And then Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, WAF Racing, and Racing Junk Classifieds. We appreciate all those guys doing all of that stuff to help us spread, as Wes Buck says, spread the gospel. We're out here talking about drag and drive racing everywhere. And Summit Racing Speed Legacy began in 1968 as a one-man startup and is now the world's speed shop with 4 facilities and 200 plus catalog editions. Who your boy right down there, he's been on the cover of that thing. His photos have been on the cover. He hadn't been on the cover yet. I'm sure there's a point where you're going to be there. They feel your passion. They save you money, deliver fast, and offer top-notch customer service for more than 1,500 brands. Make sure to download the Summit Racing mobile app for easy access to speed parts. Find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram for all your social media stuff. And listen to them on the On All Cylinders podcast, which I listened to a few of those today while I had some windshield time. Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. You can find everything at summitracing.com. And while you're over there, grab you one of those Drag Drive Repeat Summit branded t-shirts or hoodies or big brim hats that's actually in the car right now for my trip up to the Michigan area. Updates for Drag Drive Repeat. This is kind of a fun one. You know what? Yes, you're right.
I snuck a couple notes in here.
Let's talk about those notes before this. Hit that first one for us, dude. Actually, why don't you cover both of these, because this is both kind of stuff in your wheelhouse.
Yeah. Are we actually going to say what it is, or are we just going to tease it?
We're going to tease it because
okay.
we don't have a picture yet.
Okay. So one of the things that we had talked about doing was doing a quarterly shirt design. So the Race Car Friends shirt is still going to be available. Mm-hmm. It's done amazing, but we have another shirt coming soon. It is in the works right now. I cannot wait to show you. It's one of my favorite designs that I've ever done, and it's going to be super cool to see it on a t-shirt. I can tell you that. And I think you guys are all going to like it. So you guys will have to stay tuned until we actually get some photos of it, and then we can start our pre-sale again.
Well, and that's going to be very soon, because our goal is to have that shirt in my hands and ready to ship before Drag Week. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm hoping to have them in before the end of August. So again, we're working with our great apparel printing and design friends over there, and she's knocking the shirt out. And I'm telling you, if the sales are anything like the requests were at the circuit for this thing, it's going to be a primo piece.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah.
And the next thing, I literally put this in as Mike was talking. It just hit my mind because you guys know I have been dying over here trying to get all of the photos taken from the month of June. So I'm excited to say, and I'm going to present on the screen here real quick from you. We officially have a Pixie Set site set up for the photos to be purchased. Now, this is the homepage. We're going to have Six Summer, the circuit, and Mega Week. Right now, so far, all I have is Mega Week, and I mean, this looks great. I don't know if you guys agree. I hope so, but man,
love that shot.
It looks great. But as you scroll down here, you've got days 0 through 7. Day 0 is populated now, so you can go in and purchase any of these photos that you would like to get. So if you want a digital download, you click on it, you go up to the cart where it says buy. You can order prints. These do not come from us, they get printed and sent. But if you
Mhm.
just want the digital download, you can download it right here.
Yep. Yeah, highly. This is super cool. This is something that will take. It's going to take a ton of steps out of the way of people being able to purchase photos, and that's been our biggest holdup. So, just so you guys know, like beforehand, if you wanted to purchase a photo, you would have to physically find the photos, save the photos, send those photos to Eric. Eric would then go through, get those photos, and send them to you out of 6,000 photos that he has from an event. So, this is going to be a huge time saver, but also this is going to help Eric fund the Mustang that's in his garage and other stuff. You know what I mean? So this money goes right to Eric and it's going to burn a hole in his pocket until we're drag and drive racing that Mustang. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I do plan on getting some upgrades for the camera to be able
Hmm.
to do even more. But yeah, I'm super excited. I will continue to edit photos and put them on Facebook so that you can see all of them. As you can see, the watermarks are all gone. We decided we wanted to leave our logo in the lower right hand corner. I think it looks professional still like this.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, $15 you can get a digital download on day 0, and I'm going to continue to work on getting the rest of Mega Week populated so that all of those will be available. And then again, I'll continue on with back to the circuit and Six Summer, which obviously I still have a bunch of editing to do to get there. But
Yeah, so definitely, and we'll put a link to that in the show notes. But then also, as of today, we'll begin posting that stuff and giving you guys the links on Facebook and on our website and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited about that, dude. That's pretty amazing,
yeah,
and I know it's been a ton of work.
I'm really happy with the way the site turned out. It's been a little more work than I thought to get it ready, but like you said, I think it's hopefully going to make it easier for people to purchase. It is a little bit more work on the back end because I'm editing twice because I still want to post them to Facebook because
Hmm.
not everybody wants to buy a photo, which is fine, and you want to be able to share them, but editing them the second time to get them on the website hopefully shouldn't take too long. I'm still learning the process, but just got those uploaded before the show started. So super
That's
excited.
awesome. Well, and what's really cool about that too is like if you get like the photos on Facebook are so tiny when you start looking at print stuff. These are high res. They're all whatever you would need to print all that kind of stuff. So that's super cool. I'm excited for you, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yep. All right. Well, that is a little bit of the Drag Drive Repeat updates, and then let's also talk about the Drag and Drive Awards 2025 at PRI. Y'all, it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. Travis and I are all revved up. Custom Laser Works does all of our trophies and stuff. He's already begun talking about the trophies. Oh yeah, he's already talking about the championship belt designs. It's going to be nuts. We are going to go ham this year. We went a little wild last year and got some really nice ones. This next year we want to go nuts and do some fun stuff. So he's got a lot of really good plans for this already. So we don't just do point stuff. We don't just do quickest overall and things like that. We also do like the Road King, the Molly Motorsports roughest roadside repair. We give out 3 Drag and Drive Ambassador awards, all that kind of stuff. So obviously the big thing, the last one we give out is the championship belt, the probably the nicest drag racing belt you'll ever see. Last year's was insane. Travis learned a ton from that, and I can't wait to see what he puts out for this year. And there are 6 events left. Can you believe that? There's still 6 points qualifying events across the world. So it's gonna be wild. I mean, one note that I made in an article I'm going to put out later this early next week is like the person that wins this may not even be on the radar yet. They may not even have done an event yet this year, and they're going to end up could end up winning. It's going to be nuts, man.
Yeah, it's definitely been wild. It's definitely been fun. Um, I'm sure it's taken you a ton of work to keep track of all of it. So it's definitely appreciate all of your work as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back to that a little bit. I've picked up some help for the some of the other stuff that I do as well. So that's going to be kind of fun to really get back and dive into the stories that come along with that. The Drag and Drive Awards, again, at PRI 2025, are going to be held Thursday morning at 11 a.m. And I'll get a room number. I should have a room number here in the next 2 weeks, something like that. So we'll begin really pushing that. But you guys can come see us at our booth at booth 4611 at PRI 2025.
Reggie Moore asking, is there a list of races that count?
Yes, it's on the dragdriverpete.com/world champion is the way to get that and see which ones are on there and how they all count and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited. And then the next up here, when I get back from here, there are huge checks waiting for me, like the big ones, right? We are going to do a check presentation at the Youth Services of Tulsa at 1 p.m. on Sunday, August 10th. So if you are anywhere near Tulsa, come over to Tulsa Raceway Park, do the cars, coffee, and drags that morning. And then at about 12:30, we're going to roll out of there in a convoy, and we're going to go down to the Youth Services of Tulsa in downtown Tulsa and present this check to them for $15,555.
That's incredible.
Dude, I can't wait. It's going to be so freaking awesome. Going to be so awesome. So I'm ready for it. The Youth Services of Tulsa's ready for it. Caroline, she's been on the show before. She was telling me in the email, she's like, this is amazing. You guys did an incredible job. She's ready to see all the cars too. So bring it on. It's going to be fun.
I hope it's signed Race Car Friends on there somewhere, because
I didn't do that. I put everyone who participated.
Oh, that's awesome.
Race Car Friends, yeah.
Super cool. Obviously,
next year's.
Obviously, we couldn't have raised that much money without all of our race car friends, for sure.
Yep, that's exactly right. All right. Well, let's lead into some Driven Racing Oil event updates.
All right. Driven Racing Oil is the performance engine oil that can do it all. GP1 is the ultimate oil for any race or performance application, whether you're launching hard at the drag strip, enduring the extreme heat of off-road and circle track, or even pushing limits in top fuel drag boats and demo derbies, winning racers choose GP1. Compatible with engines from classic hot rods to cutting-edge race machines, GP1's unique surface cling and high zinc formulation ensures superior wear protection, particularly for flat tappet camshafts, while also solving issues like cylinder washout with methanol and ethanol fuels. It's crafted from the legendary Bradford, Pennsylvania base oil, then enhanced with state-of-the-art additive packages. GP1 offers the best in protection and performance. And you guys know drivenracingoil.com is where you can go to pick up your oil or any merchandise, and then follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Driven Racing Oil and see what event they are going to be at next. And then that way you can stop by and see them there. And while you're on the website, don't forget 10% off anything on the site using code DDR10. So please use that code if you're on there. It's going to save you guys 10%.
Yeah, I'm excited about their involvement. And dude, Bill is going to be on August 6th on the show here to talk about how they are involved in Drag and Drive and how they got there, why they do that, and why he likes air-cooled Volkswagen so much.
Yeah.
He's a big VW guy. All right. Well, Rocky Mountain Race Week. Did you see Matt Frost's post?
I did.
Dude, he said, breaking news, Rocky Mountain Race Week will be starting and stopping in Great Bend in June 2026, along with Kearney and Pueblo for sure. I'm super excited about this. We get to go back to the places we love, plus mountain drives. Dates coming very soon. He said, in the meantime, get yourself signed up for Race Weekend, which is going on the second weekend or first weekend of September.
Nice.
I'm pumped about Rocky Mountain Race Week going back to the mountains.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've always wanted to do is the mountain drives. This year was rough. We'll see how the calendar falls next year. But I was looking at how far Great Bend was, because I'm like, it's got to be closer than Tulsa, right?
No way.
It's like basically the same. It's 10 hours again. I'm like, dang it.
Oh man. Yeah, we got to figure out how to get you on an airplane. But you can't ship I guess you could ship the camera gear and stuff, but boy, that's scary.
Nah, I think what I've learned in the month of June is what I need to take to an event. I have a lot of things, but a lot of those were left in the car. So I think I can kind of learn what I need, and I could probably get away with packing what I need, other than a scooter, which I would just have to find a way around. I think, maybe we just need to buy one scooter that you and I use
Oh yeah,
together.
and then I'll just drive it up. Yeah, that may be.
So, because that was
Yeah.
the main reason, was I had a lot of camera gear to take, which I didn't use at all, and then the
Hmm.
scooter was the other one. Those were the big reasons for not flying. So, yeah, maybe we'll figure it out though.
Yeah, for sure. Because dude, the 5,500 miles you drove during June, your body probably still hadn't recovered from that. So this
Yeah.
is exciting for Rocky Mountain to go back to the Rocky Mountains. I can't imagine being Matt and hear that all the time. We're not in the Rocky Mountains because people are jerks like that. But hey, that's the way it goes. We're going back, baby. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Sixth summer 2026 dates are out,
Yep.
June 15th through 20th. So that's two national level events in June because we have Matt confirming June 2026, and now we have six summers. So again, get ready for next year,
As long as the circuit doesn't fall in June, maybe.
dude. No, we're not doing June. I hope not. Anyways, I
But
hope
yeah,
not.
so Six Summer said that it's going to be the same exact days as last year, the 15th through 20th. But uh, it's going to be they changed it around, right? So last year it was it started on Sunday for Tech In, right? And then
Hmm.
they ran Monday through Friday. This year it's going to start on Monday for Tech In and run Tuesday through Saturday. So that's going to be exciting.
Well, and Sick Week did the same thing. So I'm thinking that may be the new norm for the big sick events like that is because they're trying to maybe get try a lot more folks are going to come in on a Saturday.
Yes.
A lot more folks are going to come in on Saturday. So, by pushing it back a day, it probably actually saves them a ton of money because you're not on a prime day with Sunday. But I guess you'd also be picking up Saturday, which is a bit more prime day. So I don't know. I kind of like this idea. We saw it really play well with Rocky Mountain Race Week and the Mega Week shootout on Saturday. People were just everywhere. So it's kind of cool. I like this. I like this a bunch. But speaking of Six Summer, I don't know if folks have seen it yet, but I tried my hand at a little Chat GPT artwork with some 1980s style TV stuff, and I kind of had some fun with it. But I
I
wanted to
like
get
it.
to where we're posting channels that people can watch, right? That have drag and drive content and stuff like that. So we are going to uh, that you're going to see 4 or 5 channels posted every day that had sick summer content. Then I'm going to do the same groupings with Rocky Mountain Race Week Mega Week and then the circuit as well. We didn't have very many YouTubers doing stuff at the circuit, but that is kind of my plan. I want to continue to do that because I want folks to not just see our stuff and that be the only way they're getting drag and drive content or Sick the Magazine or Cletus or whatever. I want these folks to know that there's all kinds of channels that are out there that are covering. There were more than 30 channels that covered Sick Summer.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, it was awesome, and that's just in a simple search. I mean, I went in and dug through some of that stuff and found those. I'm sure there's some that I'm forgetting that I'll remember as the week goes on. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. I love it, man. It's awesome.
Yeah. The artwork turned out super cool too.
Yeah, you know, it's Chat GPT.
Hey, hey, you know what? AI is taking over, so use it
Yeah,
when you can.
yeah, bring it on. And it made it fun. I didn't have to sit there for 4 hours and create that artwork, so that made it easier for me too. I just told it what to do and it did it. All right, and then tomorrow, dude, heads up hustle.
Heads up, hustle. Yeah, buddy.
2025. Oh man, I'm so ready for this. And I want to show this real quick before we kind of kick off some of the stats and stuff for the event. But this is nice. This
Hold
is
on.
really nice.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks. So this is a full-on I don't know what pamphlet, I guess you don't call it a brochure, but I mean it's got like really nice paper in it. It's got the directions, it's got the route stops, it's got I mean basically it gives all the stuff on the front there. You can tell what
Yep.
everything in here is. I mean, this is, and it's got the scavenger hunt in the back, which I love, right? I love the scavenger hunt from
Oh
the
yeah.
circuit. And then it's even got a place for notes. So when
How
you're writing
cool.
notes, like, boy, I sure do love that guy's voice in the announcing tower, you know, you'll have stuff like that. So It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So good job to John Paul for putting this together. These cost real money. I mean, like this is money that he could put in his pocket, but he's reinvesting into the event.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if you got one at Six Summer. They did something similar at Six Summer, and
I
it,
did
it
not.
was it was kind of cool. I was able to hand that book to Dad while we were driving, and he was able to kind of look where we're going. We didn't have to try to look at a phone or anything. So I think it's
Hmm.
a great idea, and John Paul's looked super good.
Yeah,
You might have to grab me one and
yeah,
get it to me next time I see you.
yeah. I think we'll do that for sure, and I think we definitely need to look at this for the circuit,
Oh, 100%.
2026,
Yes.
which coincidentally we'll have updates on later. Not tonight,
Uh,
coming soon.
I got another idea, but I'm gonna put it in the notes so we can talk about it later.
Okay.
Carry on.
Ubley Dragway tomorrow night. We're going to be there for Thursday evening for tech. Going to be hanging out, kind of talking to folks, getting some notes. Everybody did it, or 25 people of the more people that have ever signed up before. I don't know what the final number is, but it's way more than was last year, which is awesome. I'll be going around getting notes for those. A lot of people filled out the racer form that John Paul put on the website, so I appreciate that. That gives me a lot more data that I can use from the tower without having to write all that down there. And then Friday morning, we're racing at Ubley and then Mid Michigan Motorplex for Saturday. Saturday night, huge car show. John Paul just walked in here. So get over here. Why don't you slide over here real quick? Um, he's talking like 400 cars at Mountain Machine. Let me see if we can hear you. Eric, give us a test on audio here.
Testy, testy, testy.
Oh, hold on.
Everybody else probably heard it.
Yeah. Perfect. There we go. I hope it doesn't echo too bad. All
That
right.
sounds good. Sounds
All
good
right.
to me.
Perfect. So yeah, what time are we teching tomorrow? What time are we racing on Friday?
So tomorrow we're doing early tech from 6 to 8 p.m. tomorrow. And then Friday, tech starts again at 8 in the morning. And then track is, I believe, at 10:30.
Sweet. So you guys heard it here first. If y'all don't know, this is John Paul Franks letting me stay here at his house. I appreciate that. And he's the host, promoter of Heads Up Hustle. 3rd year now.
Yeah.
Dude.
Feels like a long time ago.
Well, we're going to talk about Durana Dragway here in a little bit
Yeah.
on the show, but going to Ubley, I'll tell you, I'm excited because it's a new track. I haven't obviously ever been there, and from the pictures, it looks really, really cool.
It's a small town, like it's not far from town. It's like a cool track. It's like feel like you're walking back in time just a little bit. But it's a nice place. So
That's awesome. And then Mid Michigan Motorplex, dude, that's in the top 5 track of mine just because it's so pretty and like the layout is great. The everything is, I don't know, it's a really, really nice track.
it's like walking into a park when you go there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What is it with like the guys in Michigan, like US 131's that way? Like just the grass is gorgeous. Like, I mean, grass at Tulsa is not as gorgeous as it is here.
You got to get more rain in Tulsa.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. That's probably what it is in the heat for sure. So give us a rundown. We've got one of the top car show producers or promoters in the Detroit area going to host at Mountain Machine.
Yep.
That's Belleville, Michigan.
Yep. So Saturday evening, it's at Mountain Machine in Belleville, and it's Steve Cinnamon who does a big Father's Day car show in Belleville, and he's expecting up to 400 cars there. So we've got room for it. It's a free car show. There's top 10 awards. So if you're in the area, bring your car out. We'll have a fun time. There's helicopter rides. You get to pay for, not free. You can pay for helicopter rides.
Yeah.
There's a DJ. There's room to do burnouts. I don't know how, as long as the law enforcement leaves us alone.
Nice.
But we have to be respectful. But Chris with Mountain Machine is open the doors for his place. People need their cars worked on. He's got lifts available. They're a full-on BAP shop, so anything that's needed he can do. There's gonna be food trucks there. Heads Up Hustle racers and co-drivers and the side hustlers all get free food for the evening. So it'll be a blast. So
I'm excited about that. The one thing that's always cool about putting drag and drive cars together with regular car show cars is like the conversations that come from that and the people that end up in drag and drive after that because they're like, wait, you actually drive your stuff and you make passes at the drag strip and you have fun with it. What do you mean you don't walk in here and keep it shined up, man? So yeah, I'm pumped about this event. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be really fun. I'm excited. They put a lot of work in.
Yeah. Well, and dude, you talking about that many cars? That's a lot. Like
Well, we don't know how many are show how many.
Well, no,
Up.
if 100 show up, it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the way they've done with promotion and stuff like that, I think it's gonna be a bunch.
They put a lot of work in. It's gonna be a blast.
And there's gonna be a ton of drag and drive cars that are cruising in there with trailers and all that kind of stuff. We've
60
seen
plus.
Yeah, right. We've seen Tony McDowell is like already headed up this way in his truck.
He's already in Ubley.
That's awesome. I guess you got to leave early when you're excited. And then he said he was waiting on Scott Kleppinger, which is going to be cool to hang out with those guys again. I mean, like the list is stacked, dude. Matt Donovan's coming, and the garbage that barfed that was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Jim Treadle's coming back to defend his title.
So. Yeah, that car is so nice.
Yeah, it is,
and fast. Like
there's some other fast cars that might be giving him a run for his money though. So we'll see. He moved up to unlimited from small tire, so
oh man,
see what happens.
Yeah. Any other folks come to your mind? Dude. At this point, they're probably all one just jumbled mess up there.
Yeah, I can't give you exact names right now. I've got too many names in my head. But there's a lot of people posting about it. So more people expected to come.
Yeah. And then what's the Facebook group people need to join?
So we have two groups. We have Heads Up Hustle Racers. It's our Facebook group. That's the main group where you can ask questions, say, hey, I have a tire blowed out, I need help. Or we have a WhatsApp group, which is more just an announcement for class calls and stuff. So if you're racing, you want to get in that, we'll have a QR code so you can get in that. But Heads Up Hustle Racers is the Facebook group. Join to get talk to other racers. And there'll be tons of information in there.
Yeah. And it's where you can talk a bunch of trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we recommend. Trash. So just while we're here and John Paul's here, so the format is what I feel one of the truest forms to get to a heads up style with drag and drive racing. Right. You and I were talking about this when we were eating. His wife made dinner for us. Thank you very much. Appreciate that a whole lot. Got to eat with you and your family, man. It was pretty cool. I appreciate that a whole bunch. But it's 2 days of drag and drive racing to set your average, and then you use those averages to set the ladders within the classes.
Yeah.
So
it's true heads up racing on the last day.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably one of the truest ways to get there. You know what I mean? Like Rocky Mountain Race Week does something similar, except at the end they do chip draws and they do quickest 16 out of the entire event. And this way you're actually doing it for each class.
Yeah, if we could grow our car count a little more and not have classes with low cars, we would have, if we could even have 8 to 16 car fields for each class, it would work better. But it's growing every year; it's getting bigger, and there's downsides to it on my side of running it. But I think for the racers, it provides a lot of fun side to side action because you get to cruise your car on the road, prove it's a real street car, and then actually race heads up, reaction time counts, your tune-up counts, all that.
Well, and you have index classes. You got 10-0, 1150, and 13-0. And last year, Josh Burt won 10-0, but he was the only car in the class. And then Saturday, Paulie Castiglione messaged me, says, "Hey man, they got space for me?" I said, "Bring it on, please." So he's a 10-0 style car as well. So hopefully we can get those guys next to each other and end up. I think Paulie said in his post that he had signed up for Big Block NA, but man, maybe if there's not a lot of cars in that 10-0, which is a fast street car, we can nudge Paulie in there and get somebody for Josh to beat up on.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, I don't know if you heard me talking about how nice this is, but this pamphlet is very nice. You've made me want to do this for the circuit, and I hate you, but love you for it as well.
There's a lot of hours on the computer designing, and now that I have it in my hand, I look at all the problems with it. So.
That's probably the hardest part of being a promoter, right? It's like, oh man, this could have been so much better. But when you're 8 hours into a design and you're like, I got to be doing something else. Yeah. You're like, this is good enough.
Well, a funny story about it. Detroit Battery is one of our sponsors. They make amazing batteries. I've got one in my Mustang, and I have a whole a half page in there for Detroit Battery. And I sent a proof off to Chris with Detroit Batteries and, hey, what do you think? He's like, battery's spelled wrong. I'm like, yeah, I was in the middle of the night when I was making that. So
That's awesome. Josh Burt in here saying policy is going down. Yeah, that's the kind of trash talking we need. Yeah, Tony McDowell in here saying talking trash is good as well. That's right. So what are you most excited about? I mean, obviously, like some struggles. Let's talk about that for a second, right?
Yeah.
So like John Paul had this entire event planned. Everything was going great. It's getting ready to count down. IHRA comes in and buys Mylan. Changes, bro.
Yeah, I was excited and then worried as soon as I saw that IHRA bought Mylan, because they were immediately tearing the track up, repaving, putting a lot of money in to make it super nice. I'm like, wow, we're going to have a great service to race on if we can race.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it makes sense for business. I can't. An agreement I had with the previous owner is not enforced anymore with new ownership. So, nothing, no hard feelings, but, we weren't able to come to agreement until the IHRA announced that they're doing their nitro, like funny cars, dragsters, like top fuel cars, like the same dates that we had our event scheduled at the same track. So, and it's not even my own dragway anymore.
Yeah, it's Durana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Durana Dragway and then Durana Raceway.
Yeah, it's gonna get confusing if they add a third one.
I don't know what the motor
Sports Park.
That's awesome. So yeah. So anyways, last minute change. You got it. But again, I'm excited about Ugly. I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, we're very excited. Dennis and Linda are very helpful, and they're excited to have us there, which makes me really happy, because being somewhere where their welcome was wide open arms, they're putting they're putting everything aside to make sure this happens for us. So we're very grateful to them. We've got Ryan Herstrick with Sticky coming in to do track prep, so we should have a good surface to race on, and at least we're doing everything we can. Who knows what the weather is going to do, but we'll do the best we can, and it's going to be great, fun, small town field track.
Yeah.
Sort of like a Mocan type of vibe, I think.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a track I know. We've been there
Yeah.
a bunch. Cool. What else? What other notes do we have here for Heads Up Hustle? We talked about that. The Mountain Machine Sunday. Obviously, let's talk about timing for Sunday.
Yeah. So Sunday morning, the official hotel is down in Belleville, which is just a few minutes from Mountain Machine. The reason we did that is so that racers have time to make a fairly relaxed Sunday morning drive through Detroit. We wanted to make sure that it was a lower traffic day. We had a cool route going up through some lakes, through Pontiac. We're stopping at the GM Performance and Racing Center in Pontiac as our last checkpoint. They're not open for us, but we're just going to get pictures out in front and then going up to Ubley, so that I think 12:30 is when the track goes hot for optional test pass for each car, and then at 1:30 we start eliminations.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then everybody always asks about live streams. So kind of the plan is currently you'll find content on Heads Up Hustle. Those guys they're going to be back this year. They do an incredible job of putting out content. We'll be putting out stuff on Drag Driver Pete. My plan currently is to set up my camera outside and then basically run a mic inside to get me and outside to get the cars. And then that'll be kind of the live stream for a little bit. It won't be up all day. It'll be just for a few of the classes, calls, or whatever. But I think with events like this, you'd almost do a disservice by like people need to come out. They need to come out and see it and have fun. They don't necessarily need to sit at home and watch a live stream.
Yeah, it's $20 to get in, come out to Ubley or mid Michigan, and especially Sunday at Ubley. There's going to be fun heads up and index racing. It'll be a lot of fun to watch. A 13.0 index class. You're like, oh, it's index racing. People were lifting, but it was a really close cut. Last year we had 3 cars that ran 13.0s. One was a 13.01, or it was really close. So 13.0 was a class to watch, and it's even bigger this year. And we got the winners coming back to defend their championship, and then we got the faster cars coming back. Said Jim Treadle's going to be back, Scott Leffenger's going to be back. So
fast stuff. Fast 7-second street cars up here. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. All right, well, cool. Well, you want to hang out with me and go over the rest of the stuff, or
I need to go make sure the babies aren't screaming inside. So,
all right, thanks, dude.
yep, take
Well,
care.
come out if you if they are asleep, man. Come back out and we'll hang out.
Cool. Sounds good.
Thanks, dude. Let me get this plug back in here. Well, I'm glad you did that. I appreciate him coming and doing that for sure.
Yep. So while he's getting ready, I'll go ahead and run through what the events coming up after are. We have King of the Open Road coming up August 1st through 3rd at Tulsa Raceway Park. And we've said it a bunch. Tulsa is the track this year for Dragon Drives. They've been hammering out events, which is awesome. Then following that, we've got the Sick Michigan Miles coming August 10th through 17th. And that is at Milan Dragway.
Durana Dragway now.
Durana Dragway now. So again, August 10th through 17th. So that's going to be another pretty cool event. Obviously, the one-off sick events are always cool. The route looks pretty awesome all over, the state of Michigan. So that's going to be cool.
1,000 miles in the state of Michigan. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, you get to see, you can basically go on this event and check Michigan off your list. You've seen everything.
Yeah, and it ends at Woodward Dream Cruise, which is it's got to be a bucket list for any car guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And then following up with that is the event that you and I are going to be at next, which, man, I saw today. It's only 21 days away, which my reaction as well. I've got a lot of photos to edit in the next 21 days, but Hot Rods by Havlik's Fastest Streetcar Shootout is August 14th through 17th at Cordova. And this is an event that if you guys don't have anything going on, you should definitely come out and spectate. It is such a cool event. The quality of cars that come out are cars that, sometimes have been sitting for 10, 20 years. And we saw that last year, and it was super cool to see all those old drag cars back out, lined up on the track. So this one was a ton of fun. I'm excited for it again.
Yeah, for sure. This one is a must if you're anywhere close to Cordova. If you're within 5 hours of Cordova, just get in the car and come on. It's going to be awesome. And then one last event I want to talk about that just posted today is Outlaw Armageddon, no prep, which everybody knows that one. It's like the 10th year. I mean, it's one of the biggest no prep races in the world. They hinted at a Dragon Drive style class. So I don't know what they have in mind. I messaged Dingman today and asked him, hey, tell me more. He said he's working out the details. He should have them wrapped up by Friday. So hoping we can get some kind of details there. Yeah. So again, we say it all the time. There's 47 events this year so far. Right? We're only in July. People could still put together something for September or October or November and have plenty of time to promote for it.
Yeah. And Outlaw Armageddon would get Dragon Drive in front of a lot of faces because it's not as big as what it used to be, I'm sure. But it is still a pretty big event in the no prep world. So if we can get some of those no prep guys to drive their cars on the track, I mean, we could see a lot more racers coming, in the next few
and we
years.
know a lot of those guys have other cars. They have two cars. They have one like full-on race car, and then they have one that's more of a fun street car. So bring those out, get them ready. Just put them in the stacker. You guys know you have stackers. Those guys, those race car guys. They got trucks and trailers. Us Dragon Drive guys who just drive our shit everywhere. So
amen to that.
Yeah, you can find the full list, dragdriverepeat.com/event list -2025. And then I'm hoping by next week to have the circuit 2026 tracks and dates locked in. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. It's close.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. Thanks again to Driven for their involvement with us here at the channel, at the brand. Dude, we gotta get rolling, man. We got a ton of stuff to cover and short time to get there. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. J-Wire Solutions is your expert car and marine wiring solutions you can trust. J-Wire can wire and plumb your hot rod, your race car, your drag and drive car, or your sand rail, which they posted about this week. Absolutely insane. Plus, they offer products to make your driving experience better, like the blinker module that is a must for all drag and drive cars. The module will allow your rear turn signals to continue to function just like your stock car does when you hit the brakes. On a universal system, it doesn't blink. This will allow it to blink. So we're going to use this segment to talk about some Hot Rod Drag Week 2025 updates. I know this is probably earlier than we typically would talk about this, but this is a huge event for 2025. This is the 20th anniversary running of this event. It's the one that started all. This is the OG. This is the Godfather. This is the event that is going to be one to watch. Well, you know how much we love this street race small block power adder class. So this segment kicked off because our boy Steve Trance messaged me, said, got the problem that hurt us in a couple events last year sorted out. Took the car to Darlington with the tune-up and the chassis setup that went 8508 at Darlington in 2023, and it went 8512 off the trailer.
Ooh.
He said, I'd say we are close after a year and a half. We'll be bringing a couple of tricks to the show and hopefully defend our standing record. Pretty freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, that
Pretty
is awesome.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see those guys back out in action.
Yeah. And then Randy Seward, our 850 champion last year, also Hot Rod Drag Week 2024 winner with an average of 8.5144, is planning his return as long as his hip surgery goes well. So definitely everybody put out some good vibes for a speedy recovery for Randy. It would be great to see him back at Drag Week this year.
Yeah, I think he in the message he sent me, he said end of July is his scheduled surgery, and said that if they go in and do one hip and he's still in good shape, anesthesia wise, he's going to go ahead and both hips at the same time.
Nice. And then also in 850 class, Brian and Jay are going to be on site as well. Obviously, Brian Acton and Jay Blanchard. They finished second last year with an 8.5147. So yeah. I don't know if you got that. Randy Seward, 8.5144. Brian, 8.5147. So super close race there.
What's that, 3/10,000ths?
Yeah.
Man, yeah. That would be frustrating.
That's like 1 PSI of air.
Dude, Jay and I've had this conversation. That's probably 4 or 5 inches worth of difference on the track across 5 days.
Right.
That could be the difference in, oh man, I held that bump button just not even a millisecond longer than the time before.
Right.
Crazy. I messaged Nick Deal the other day. They own the blue Mustang that Chris Mary finished third in last year, third in 2024. He said they are focused on resetting their own Super Street small block power adder record with the orange Mustang that they finished summer in with the first 6-second average in Super Street. So they're trying to get the swing back on that, and or trying to keep the heat on that car and keep it, just going faster and faster. So he said they're hoping for some 70s or 80s.
Nice.
670s or 80s. Yeah, pretty crazy. Yeah. And then Randall Reed, which is a name that we haven't talked much about in 850 class stuff lately. He said the reason he was brought up is because he is a top contender in previous years for that class. And he told me he upgraded the cage in the Mustang, so he didn't qualify for a street race small block anymore.
Interesting.
So I'm going to use the next probably 8 or 10 weeks that we have here before that event, and just kind of dig into some previous hitters in those classes, reach out to them, talk to them, get some stories, some things that we can go in and follow. We know, Brian and Jay, we're going to be following close. Dustin and Steve, Trance, Randy Seward, of course. Those are top level guys. Steinke, Rick Steinke, and Honk, if parts fall off, I'm sure he'll be out in that class as well. So it's going to be kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Azim
Azim,
Sheik. Whew.
yeah, coming for that SME record.
Well, here's what's crazy, and what I love about what we're doing with that stuff, right? So SME is an interesting class because you're really only ever worried about making the top 32. So it's a 10-0 limited streetcar class, and if you're only worried about making the 32, you're not worried about running 10-0s, right? So we start talking about perfect passes and things like that. Currently, Mike Reimers holds that class record at a 10.033 average. So get you some Azim. That's going to be awesome. If there's anybody that can do it, it's that dude. He's bad to the bone.
And he's one of the top racers currently in the champion points as well.
Yeah, I think he's third with like 74 points or something like that. So good job.
So obviously, talking about going to drag week is yet another points eligible race too.
Yep, exactly right. And to score that many points, that's what's great about the points series is like we're looking for winners. We're looking for guys that can go out and win and take their class on, and that's what he's done. I mean, he's done a hell of a job doing that. So, all right. See, I think I had the Randy Seward picture in here. So, thanks again to the Molly guys. We appreciate. Oh no, sorry, we're on J-Wire. I forgot the extra J-Wire photo. Dang it. Sorry, man. Jay, I can't wait to see you. I hope you surprise me again at Mid Michigan Motorplex. That would be awesome.
All right. Well, we will jump into the Molly segment now. Racers and high performance enthusiasts, are you ready for your next engine build? If so, there is no better time than right now to go check out that Molly Motorsports all-in-one Power Pack piston kit. With over 1,200 applications, these kits come complete with pistons, rings, wrist pins, and clips, all designed to work together. Molly Motorsports Power Pack piston kits take out all of the guesswork. No more trying to determine if a piston will need this ring to work with a certain cylinder size. Molly has done all of that engineering for you so that you can get to the part that matters, which is building a power plant that leads you to victory lane. Visit mollymotorsports.com for more details. And for our podcast listeners, Molly is spelled M-A-H-L-E.
Oh, for sure. And in this segment today, we're going to talk about Miles of Mayhem.
Which I have a comment saved here from earlier. I don't think you caught it. Trevor Brandon on the drive at Miles of Mayhem ran a PB today.
How's he going to tease us like that? not tell us what the number is there.
Hey, at least he's listening to us while he's on his drive, right?
Right. I'm going to get that number while you run through some of the stuff there.
All right. So do you have photos in here for this stuff?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So day one, we talked about it earlier, was a rainout, unfortunately. Day two, also a rainout, unfortunately. So 2 days in a row. I mean, has it been crazy or what this year? The weather for not only drag and drive, but like we were just talking, Funny Car Chaos got moved from this weekend, which was up at Byron. Like the weather has played a crazy part this year in events. So day one and day two, Miles of Mayhem rained out. So race day for day three, racers submitted 2 passes for day three. And our leader in that class is Pat Miker, or he leads the outlaw class with a 4.85 average.
Yeah. Only racer in the 4s that I could find.
Yeah. And then in the man pedal class, who do you think's leading this one?
One of them dudes with a probably drives a Pontiac GTO.
Yes, you are correct. Rich Guido leads the man pedal class with the 2 5-second passes with a 5.684 average.
Yeah, pretty freaking awesome. It's the only car in that class in the 5s. There's been somebody else run a 5. Hang on, while I have it open here, I'll look. Brent Stevens ran a 5.969, but that's the only currently Rich Guido's the only car in the 5s. Bill Armstrong, 7.108 and 7.139.
Well, Rich is laying the smackdown on him then, isn't he?
Smackdown. He said, "Get over here, friend." While we're talking about times, real quick, Trevor Brandon, congratulations, buddy. 5.405. in his first pass, and then a 5.272 in his second pass today for an average of 5.339 to lead the small tire class.
Dang, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome. And then Riley Hillis leads the bracket class with a 0.056 spread. Kyle Robb leads the 750 index with a 0.118 spread. And then Stephen Grunke leads truck and SUV class with a 5.659. That's not all the classes, but I just went in and grabbed a few before the show tonight. So guys, go follow Miles on Mayhem. Just do it. They're awesome. They are having a heck of an event up there too.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, big shout out to Molly Motorsports for that segment. Appreciate them being on board, which moves us into, that's right, you guys that are watching at home. Thank you to our race car friends. Again, we do this because you guys watch us. You know, we love doing this and you guys support us, and we appreciate that so much. And you're going to get to see a bunch of race car friends here this weekend.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
So appreciate all of you guys tuning in for sure. And again, our sponsors. Can't do all this traveling. You know, like you said, 5750 miles is what I did in the month of June. You know, driving all of those miles, 3 events. Wild. Couldn't have done that without the help of all of these that you see on the screen. Summit Racing Equipment, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, J-Wire Solutions, WAF Racing, Performabuilt Transmissions, Car Change 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk. Johnny Allen here saying Mike's got a new race car now.
Dude, I wish. Believe that car's nicer than anything I'll ever have.
All right. You want this one?
Go ahead. I'm doing some math over here. I'm going to blow their mind in a minute.
Okay. Guys, the gentleman's agreement. You guys hear us talking about this every week. We love what we do. We love talking about drag and drive. We love going to drag and drives. We love providing coverage for you guys of drag and drive. But we need one thing from you guys. We need you guys to share out this content, not just this live stream, but all the content we post, artwork on all social medias. And if you guys can continue to do that, we will continue giving you the best coverage we can. Again, we can't verify that you guys are doing that, which is why it is the gentleman's agreement.
You know, I get nerdy sometimes. So you said 5,750 miles that you drove. Okay. That
Yes.
immediately makes my brain go, man, how much did he spend in fuel? At 25 miles per gallon, because you didn't get 25 miles a gallon when you were at Six Summer because you were in your truck.
Yes.
But you probably got pretty close to that, you know, while we were, well, no, we didn't get that on Mega Week. I think we got 13 in the card. So
Yeah.
this number's way off. But 5,750 miles at 25 miles a gallon is $670 in fuel.
Yep. And that's just fuel, you know. And you know, we had hotels most of the events.
Food.
We had food, snacks, energy drinks. I mean, listen, I came back from the month of June and I told Mike this. I literally had to take a break from energy drinks because I had so many that they weren't even tasting good, which is wild for me. It was nuts. So yeah, food, energy drinks, hotels, you know, fuel, $670, just one of those things. So again, we can't do that without you guys watching and our sponsors supporting us for sure.
Yep. Yes, we appreciate all the support that comes from that, man. It's so cool to think about that too. All right. Deechworks is the leading manufacturer of high-performance fuel system components. The DW product line includes fuel injectors, pumps, modules, rails, regulators, filters, lines, and fittings, plus surge tanks engineered to support power levels ranging from 400 to 2,200 horsepower. Since its founding, Deechworks has been committed to delivering quality, innovation, and precision to the automotive performance industry. Every DW product is built to maximize reliability and efficiency, ensuring optimal fueling solutions for racers, tuners, and performance enthusiasts worldwide. And this fly is going to die in a minute if I can get my hands on him. Guys, you can use DDR10 as a discount code for anything that is listed on deechworks.com. Jump over there, take a look at their stuff. They are the official fuel delivery of Drag Drive Repeat. So tonight, I want to talk about the Streetcar Challenge winners. Again, one of the I think this is the only, I was going to say this is the only drag and drive to ever hit Alabama. It's crazy to think that we're now somewhere in the realm of 100 drag and drive races, and the first time any one of them's visited Alabama. So it's going to be, that's something I'm going to have to find out if anything's ever been done through there before, but I don't think so. So anyways, figured we would run through their winners here.
Yeah.
And, the photos are not in order of winners. I didn't have time to put all that together. So
all right,
let's alternate. You go first.
Yeah, we'll start with the RWYB, which is Run What You Brung class. That winner is Clyde Carlson with an average ET of 5.448 and an average mile per hour of 134.5. The runner up to that is Gary Bell with an average ET of 5.661.
Yeah, you guys will remember that name, Gary Bell, because he used to run Midwest Drags, and he ran 2 cars in one event. Entered 2
wow.
cars. Yeah, they moved it. Somebody would drive the other one, and he would race it during the day. Pretty awesome. Modern Mayhem, won by Tyree Smith, which you guys will typically recognize as a guy that runs a very fast Firebird. He ran, I think, a Cadillac CTS-V this year with a 6.867 at 104 average miles an hour. And then Kyle Buntley, which you guys know, of course, from Drag and Drive stuff, does a lot with Southeast Street Meet. He ran a 6.993 at 104 miles an hour average as well.
And then next up, we've got Tailgate class. The winner of that was Jeff Hughes with a 5.958 average ET and 120 average mile per hour, with the runner-up Josh Elam with a 6.151 average ET at an average mile per hour of 112.
Yep. And then stick shift winner, Adam Buntley. Name sounds familiar. I've heard that last name before. 574 average for him at 124 miles an hour. And then Austin Grims, who Kyle Buntley and Austin worked on his car that night at Avid Speed. Austin Grims takes runner-up place in stick shift with a 654 average.
And then we move into True Street. Winner is Richard Campbell with a average ET of 6.191 at an average of 113 miles an hour, with the runner-up of Todd Aaron with an average ET of 6.197 at a mile per hour of 114. So if you didn't catch that, first place 6.191, second place 6.197. So again, pretty tight there.
Yeah, super close. And then dial your own. This is kind of a neat deal because you could run over and under. You just based it on your dial in. So with a perfect average based on a dial in turned in on day one, your winner's Michael Johnson with a 7.815 on a dial in of 7.815. Bro, how well do you know your car?
Right.
And then second place in that class, Jonathan Phillips with a 7.474 on a 7.479 dial in.
Which is still pretty dang close.
Oh man, that's crazy. That is super close. And then big shout out to Racemaster Live. They actually ran the drag and drive through that app, which is typically done for heads up drag racing. They ran it through there. So I'm interested to talk to that guy, Caleb Holder. We're going to talk to him on the show very, very soon. Him and I have been messaging back and forth about a time when he can come on and discuss, what that is and how you can use the app and it, real time, all that kind of stuff for all of the standings and things like that.
Sweet.
Yeah. So again, just photos of the winners there. Go look up Streetcar Challenge for all of the photos from the weekend. And again, thank you so much to Deechworks for coming on board. We appreciate them. And you can get 10% off your entire order with code DDR10. I think you can sense a theme there. DDR10.
Yep, for sure.
All right, man.
Let's roll into our last segment of the night, which is the Performa-Built Transmission segment here. So Performa-Built Transmission is the official transmission builder of Drag, Drive, Repeat. At Performa-Built Transmissions, the goal is to engineer and build the toughest transmissions on the planet. But Performa-Built doesn't just rebuild transmissions, they systematically re-engineer each model to eliminate OEM flaws and to achieve the highest levels of performance. That's why they say their transmissions are not just built, they are performa-built. You in a mad fight over there?
I'm gonna get him, I'm telling you. Yeah, so we know there's been bad news around the car community, right? It's been tough for everybody. Drag and drive or drag strips are closing everywhere, but I have good news. So I'm telling you, I saw a post about Freebird Raceway. Like Ralph Rugg sent me a post that they were closing because of lack of car count, lack of interest. We're closing, all this kind of stuff, right? I went back to try and screenshot that for the episode tonight, and I cannot find it. And
Interesting.
there's posts about events that are coming up. They're running Test and Tune this weekend. This is in Smithfield, Ohio. So if you guys are anywhere close to Smithfield, Ohio, run over Freebird Raceway. Just go spend a little bit of time there. Go make a Test and Tune pass. Go buy some nachos from the concession stand, whatever. But I'm telling you, I saw a post saying they're closing. Now that post has been removed, and it looks like they're holding Test and Tune and some big bass car audio event this weekend. So super cool.
Yeah, it's always good when track stays open for sure.
Yeah. And then on the right side there of this photo that you guys are looking at, that is Heathcote Raceway in Australia. And sadly, as of 7/21, they are closing.
Not good.
Not good. So that's a tough one, man. That's a big deal in Australia. That's a great track. A lot of events use that track that do drag and drives because of its proximity to other tracks. So based on a lot of the comments, it looks like it's going to reopen. That's what there's a lot of people that say there's people already trying to buy it. So
yeah, and you got to remember when you start looking at these other countries, their tracks are limited. Like they don't have as many tracks as we have, so they can't afford to lose tracks like that.
No, and especially like Heathcote, because it's a pretty big deal. Like there's quite a bit of people that use that track all the time.
Yeah.
All right, and then tell us this last bit here, man. This is kind of fun.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit earlier with John Paul and that, but Milan Dragway is now how do you pronounce it again?
Durana
Dragway. So obviously you can see paint scheme has changed, new signs. So it'll be interesting to see. Looks nice, but definitely it's been Milan for a little while, so it'll be a little bit to get used to Durana Dragway for sure.
Well, and then you have Durana Dragway, and National Trails is now renamed Durana Raceway. So, but hey, if Durana's paying the bills, that's what it is.
Yeah, right.
I don't care what you call it. Just please click the open button.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially this track, and everybody knows the IHRA is really, they spent a ton of money on National Trails. That event was great. I don't know if you guys watched the live stream from that, but oh my gosh, dude, it was great. The live stream for their race was amazing. And what's really cool is obviously it's sad that Heads Up Hustle had to move, but we're going to be in this area with a bunch of street cars, and just down the street at Durana, they're going to be racing an IHRA event. So like the cars right now, car community is going to be huge. And we lead in, we've got 2 weeks until Sick Michigan Miles. That's going to end on Woodward Dream Cruise. Like, man, this is a great time and a great area for them all to be hosting events. It's going to be pretty badass.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, cool.
Well, with that wrapping up, give us a little preview of what's coming up on our next episode.
I'm pumped about this. So a couple weeks ago when we had the Gasser invasion, Tim Gorley of Go Fast Photography messaged me and said, "Hey, why don't we do a media show, and we'll all talk about how hard it is being media at a drag and drive event. Now you work 20 hours a day." I said, "You know what? That would be a blast." So as of tonight, I'm going to begin messaging media teams about that and see when they can, make sure they can come on, get us a big panel of people, and really just be able to tell the joys of photography and videography and editing and traveling and staying in shitty hotels or in your car and all that kind of stuff that comes from a drag and drive event. So I'm pumped about that. I hope to get 5 or 6 people that have done it for a good while and be able to tell some fun stories.
Yeah, I love the name of it. You're crowning it Media Mania, which I love.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a ton of fun. We're gonna have a blast with it.
We should call it the love-hate story because photographers, we love it, but dang.
Yeah, I hear that completely. It's
Johnny
man.
Allen here saying, speaking of media teams, just curious, Eric, how behind are you on photos? Let me tell you, Mega Week is done, but then I decided to put the Pixie Set website together, which means I got to go back to Mega Week. So getting those uploaded, and I haven't touched Six Summer or the circuit yet because I had a local cruise night here in town, and I thought it was a good idea to bust the camera out there, and bunch more work there. So yeah, it's I got a lot to do here, and then obviously Havlic's coming up here in 21 days. So
Yeah, I still haven't done day 3 of the circuit.
Yeah,
the race day, the one we actually made passes at. So
yeah.
that may be just a collage of videos that's just it's every pass I recorded or something.
Hey, at least you had a guy there doing some vlog style videos for you for day 1 and day 2.
Man, I appreciate that a whole bunch. And that's kind of what the plan is. I didn't do any recording today because it would have been so boring. People wouldn't have watched it. But that's the plan. Starting tomorrow, we're going to load my little Saturn in the trailer for Heads Up Hustle to use as a, like a runner vehicle for people if they need to go get parts or something like that. And then we're rolling out like hopefully by 7 a.m. We're going to be on the road.
Is the Mustang going to be there at all? Like at the
No.
booth or anything?
Mm-mm. No, it's not ready. So he has a carb that's being built and it just wasn't back yet. So
I mean, it could sit right there next to the 10 at least and look pretty.
dude, you know how much of a pain in the ass that is.
Yeah, he's going to be busy for sure.
Oh yeah, that is going to be for sure. Well, last little bit here, PowerTube TV. You guys can watch exclusive content from us, as well as a ton of other creators over there. And so go download the app PowerTube TV or find it on the web at watchpttv.com. And y'all, thanks for watching tonight. I know it's a little shorter show than we normally do, but I'm glad John Paul was able to sneak out here for a few minutes and talk with us, kind of go over some of the Heads Up Hustle intricacies. So you guys are going to be, I mean, I would expect to see him quite a bit this weekend in some conversations and stuff. And we just appreciate you guys being here, making the comments, making the shares, all that kind of stuff you did tonight. And then thank you so much to our sponsors for being part of the program here at Drag Driver Pete. Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Change 3D, PowerTube TV, WAF Racing, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Guys, if you're doing some shopping, go shop with them. And dude, I don't know if we'll have a show Saturday.
Yeah, I was thinking you're been going to be busy with Heads Up Hustle. So, you know what? Yeah. There'll be a lot of coverage coming. So I think we'll be all right.
Yep. So we'll see you guys next week for Media Mania.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Later.